Hello and welcome to another New to Mac episode of Apple a Day. Today I'm going to show you how to use Spotlight on your Mac, but not for finding files and applications. This is going to be for doing quick math and conversions. Before we get to it, let's make sure you have your system settings turned on to enable this feature. Go to the Apple menu and select System Settings, and then go down to Spotlight. And on the right, make sure that the calculator and the conversion options are both checked. I'll close System Settings, and now let's just dive right in. I'll open Spotlight by typing Command Space. I had changed my monitor settings for this recording, and now my Spotlight has moved over to the right. I can just drag this back to the center. Now I'll start with some simple addition. I'll type in 28 plus 93. It instantly shows the results in line as well as underneath in this section here. And you can also copy the results by typing Command C. And of course, you can then paste the results elsewhere by typing Command V. I'll paste it into this blank notes window. I'll go back to Spotlight with Command Space again. Note that it remembers what was entered the last time, so if you closed it before getting a chance to copy the result, you don't have to enter it again. I'm going to clear this by pressing the Delete key. So you use plus and minus for addition and subtraction. For division, you use the /. I'll type 200 divided by 8 and we get a result of 25. Multiplication uses the asterisk or just the letter X. I'll type in 12x11 and I get 132. And typing in 12 asterisk 11 does the exact same thing. The Spotlight calculator also respects the order of operations. I'll type in 60 minus 25 times 2 and that gives me 10. The multiplication is performed first. So 25 times 2, which is 50, is subtracted from 60, which of course is 10. You can use brackets to force the subtraction first. I'll redo this and type in an opening bracket, then 60 minus 25, then a closing bracket, times 2, and I get a completely different answer of 70. You can use the caret symbol for exponents. I'll type in 5, then Shift 6 for the caret, and enter an exponent of 2, and that gives me 25. I'll change the exponent to 3, and I get 125. You can also perform functions like square root. I'll type in sqrt bracket 144 bracket, and I get 12, the square root of 144. Note that you don't even need to use the brackets. I'll type in sqrt space 25, and I get 5. This is the same with the trig functions. For example, if I wanted to get the cosine of 0.5, I'll simply type in cos 0.5. You can type in pi equals to get the value of pi, or use it in a formula. Let's get the circumference of a circle using 2 pi r. I'll type in 2 times pi times 20 for the radius, and we get 125 and change. Of course, I can go on and on with math operations and functions, but let's switch over to unit conversion. Converting from one form of measure to another is really easy. I'll start with entering 50 km for kilometers, and without doing anything else, Spotlight assumes I want to see it in miles. It returns 31.069 miles. The reverse is true as well. I'll type in 100 mi for miles, and it immediately gives me 160.93 kilometers. I'll try entering feet. I'll type in 5 ft, and it assumes I want to convert to meters. But what if I wanted it in centimeters? You can force the conversion by typing in the word in. I'll type in 5 ft space in, and then another space, and cm for centimeters, and I get 152.4 centimeters. You can convert yards to meters as well. I'll type in 100 yd for yards, and I get 91.44 meters. How many yards in a mile? Just type in 1 mi in yd, and I get 1,760 yards. How about inches? 1 mi in, and the second in is for inches, and that returns 63,360 inches in a mile. So obviously there's a ton of permutations, and they're all really useful. That covers length and distance. Now let's look at weight and mass. Again, Spotlight makes assumptions and will auto-convert pounds to kilograms and the other way around. 150 lbs for pounds gives me 68.039 kilograms. And 100 kg for kilograms gives me 220.46 pounds. If you want to know how many ounces in a kilogram, just type in 1 kg in OZ for ounces, and you get 35.27 ounces. Or how many grams in an ounce? Type in 1 OZ in G for grams, and you get 28.35 grams. Temperature conversion is very handy if you're a Canadian living in a border city like me. Even though Canada has been metric for about 50 years, I still think in Fahrenheit, so I'm always converting temperature between Fahrenheit and Celsius. Let's find out room temperature in Celsius. I'll type in 72F for Fahrenheit, and it auto-converts to Celsius at 22.22 degrees. And of course, the other way around works as well. 0C for Celsius will give me 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You can also convert volume. Liters will convert to quarts by default, and the other way around. 2L for liters gives me 2.11 quarts, and 2 QT for quarts gives me 1.89 liters. Gallons will also automatically convert to liters. 1 GAL for gallons will give me 3.79 liters. And to do the reverse, I would type in 20L in GAL, and that gives me 5.28 gallons. It's also great for baking. I can convert cups, ounces, tablespoons, teaspoons. How many teaspoons in a tablespoon? Type in 1 TBSP for tablespoon in TSP for teaspoon, and that's 3 teaspoons. How many tablespoons in a cup? Type in 1 cup in TBSP, and that gives me 16 tablespoons. The last one I'm going to show is currency. That's right, you can even convert currency using live exchange rates. So how much Canadian can $100 buy? I'll type in 100 USD in CAD, and that gives me $138.14 Canadian. How about euros? I'll type in 50 EUR in USD to convert it to US dollars, and I get $58.45 US. This is incredibly helpful and useful, and there's so much more. So the next time you need a quick calculation or conversion, instead of opening Calculator or Google, just hit Command Space and type it right into Spotlight. It's fast, simple, and always ready. Well, that's it for today. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the other tutorials on this channel. I'm John Martins. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Apple a Day.